It's not the WHO playing safe. From past experience, it's not the WHO trying to cover its tracks for all scenarios. Because I spoke a few days ago to Dr. Angelique Coetzee. She's the chair of the South African Medical Association. And she said that most of the patients she had got with Omicron had mild symptoms. So, I mean, when you say it's a variant of concern, South Africa tells us the symptoms are mild, no one's been hospitalized. There is obviously a sense that is WHO trying to put the world on guard for fear that something could go wrong in the next couple of weeks?
Rajdeep, WHO is a very easy target. So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So, but that aside, what is WHO's job? It is to tell people, be transparent and open about the data. From day one, we've said we don't know if this variant of concern will turn out to be as concerning as we think it might be. It could be downgraded to a variant of interest in that case. But you have to give it time. You have to give the scientists time and the epidemiologists and the clinicians to answer these questions. Is it a mild illness? Dr. Angelique clearly has said in her interviews that a week from today, she may be saying something different. She's been very clear that this was her initial anecdotal experience with the first few cases. Most of the cases that have been reported till date have been in vaccinated people. They've had mild illness. Does that mean that everybody will be mild? No, we cannot conclude that. It takes at least 2 weeks from the time somebody gets infected to when they get seriously ill and end up in the hospital. We haven't had that time, right? So I think at this point, we should say the scientists are doing their work. We will know more about this variant in the next couple of weeks. Meanwhile, what can we do as individuals and as governments to be as safe as possible? That's going to help the Delta as well. Let's not forget, Delta is what is troubling the world today, not Omicron. So every step we take today will help us to also control the Delta surges that are happening in different places.
What's the timeline, Dr. Swaminathan, you're looking at by which time we'll have more information, you think, on Omicron, and what should the world do in the meantime? I mean, that's the question. There are already travel bans in large parts of the world. India too has banned travel from southern African countries, is pushing for quarantine in some instances. How long will it take for us to know much more, and what should the world and indeed India be doing in that period?
So there are different kinds of information that we need, right? So the first is it more transmissible? We've already seen the first reports from South Africa that the chances of reinfection with this strain are about 3 times more than it was with Beta or Delta. What does that mean? That somebody has been infected with a PCR positive test in the past and 90 days have elapsed. That was the definition for this study, and then gets infected again. So that's telling us that this variant is perhaps able to overcome some of the immunity that may have been acquired by exposure to previous variants. We're also seeing a very sharp increase in the growth rate of cases in South Africa, sort of almost doubling every day, which means it's probably also quite transmissible. How much more transmissible than Delta, we don't know. So that's one set of questions which may get answered in the next week or so. The second set of questions is around clinical severity. We were asking about, are all these going to be mild infections? Let's hope so, but we don't know. It will take a few weeks because we need larger numbers, and you also need to wait for a couple of weeks to see if the illness progresses. The third set of questions is around, can this variant overcome immunity that vaccines have given us, or that natural immunity has given us, natural infection? And that we'll start seeing some preliminary data from neutralization assays probably in the next week to 10 days. Those are lab tests, which already many scientists are doing, looking at people who've been vaccinated, taking their sera and testing this new virus. After all, this virus has to be first grown and shipped around the world. And in fact, one of the things the travel bans are doing is preventing shipments coming from the southern African countries. So once those experiments are done in the lab, we'll get an estimation of what level of antibody decline, 5-fold, 10-fold, 50-fold decline is there in neutralization capacity against this variant. That will start giving us some ideas about vaccine effectiveness. Then we'll, of course, have to look at clinical studies as well from vaccinated people to see if they get infected or not with this variant. But at this point, again, just to put things in perspective, all the vaccines developed so far have been effective against all the variants that we've seen so far in terms of protecting against severe disease and death. And so we expect that there'll still be some protection against this variant. It's very unlikely a variant emerges which will completely overcome the effect.